Each one of us has 24 hours a day. What matters is how we use them. In Estonia, we've created a business environment that lets you thrive, where you can focus on getting things done, where you can realize ideas that make a difference, and where no goal is unachievable.
The world around us seems more fragile than ever, and the challenges we are facing are global. It is no surprise that Estonia has been always seeking up for innovation. We have so many startups in so many different sectors, and this also has helped us to extend to defense world, seeking to build up effective defense systems which have been and will stay that way also a focal point for our country. Being small by the size has never defined our defense capabilities. We have a very capable defense forces. We also have conscription service and well-functioning defense league, complemented, of course, by our lovely NATO allied forces. And this makes to feel us way safer here than ever before. Our entrepreneurs and also engineers have teamed up together with the Army to develop the world-class solutions for the global defense industry. I'm your host, Annette Numa, an expert in cyber defense sector, and I will be moderating and leading today's session. Some of these smart and powerful ideas and actions will be also presented to you today. Presentations will be shared by companies such as Varen, Cheesecan, Vagvisa, Deep, Census Queue, Defence Intel, and also Marduk Technologies. All these are companies that are part of our Estonian defence and security industry innovation cluster, whose aim is to promote innovation in the defence and security industry and to develop a new and highly competitive products and services for the expert. I'm pretty sure that all of you guys are already very excited to hear about all these solutions, but before this, I am honored to give the word, the opening remarks, to our wonderful, the Minister of Defense of Estonia, Mr. Hanno Pevkur.
Dear guests, investors, and tech community, I'm glad to welcome you all at the Defence59 online seminar. Although the security situation in the world is very tense right now, Estonia is defended better than ever. Estonia is very committed to defense. We always have been. When we look at the map, it is clear that there is no other way for the small Nordic country between the east and the west. This position has given us substantial experience and knowledge of different defense systems in practice. Estonia has built up a very capable army. Our defense readiness among the society is higher than ever before. Our people are smart. Together with our allies, we are ready to tackle every threat. We put our money where our mouth is. Estonia has invested over 2% of our GDP into the national defense budget for a long time. Starting this year, our defense expenditure will increase even more. It will go up to 3% on average for the next 4-year period. Similar trends can be seen in all NATO Eastern Flank countries. Over the last 10 years, Estonia has built up an agile, tech-savvy, and rapidly growing defense industry to go global and to conquer bigger markets. Estonia is a perfect testing ground for young defense startups. We do not just talk, we innovate together with our companies. Over the years, technology entrepreneurs and engineers have teamed up with the Army to develop world-class solutions for the global defense industry. Dear friends, defense and defense business is all about trust. Trust each other and trust the technology. New defense technologies like surveillance or combat UAVs, AI-powered tracking technologies, cyber defense or jamming systems are in the forefront of the current warfighting. All these technologies need investments, heavy research and development cooperation with the defense forces and research institutions. Therefore, the products can work properly and save lives. I hope you enjoy the seminar and pitches of our companies. You are always welcome to Estonia.
So thank you so much, our Minister, for your wise thoughts. Now, to get the glimpse of the Estonian defense sector, we will see a video about the work. Let's have a look. And now, let me introduce you the CEO of the Estonian Defence and Aerospace Industry Association, Mr. Tarmo Ränisäe.
Estonian Defence and Aerospace Association is rather a new concept. It actually has been started in 2009 from the scratch. By now we have more than 120 privately owned Estonian companies as our members. In terms of revenues, we are making about 200 million in sales revenue and 100 million in export sales. Obviously, years are not the same. Sometimes it's a little bit differs. Our primary focus is exports, and therefore we are looking all the time to find new clients and to develop our new products and services beyond the borders of the Estonia. Our business model is simple. It's a business to governments, and our mission is very clear. It's to provide more options to our businesses, which can pay more taxes, and everyone will benefit for it. Our association, or actually our industry sector, is very fortunate because we do have our own defense industry policy, which actually states that by the end of the decade we have to go up to 375 million in sales revenue, from which 70% will be export sales. It also states the primary focus areas for us, which is the cyber defense, autonomous and unmanned systems, robotics, AI solutions, electronic warfare and surveillance, and automatization. We do have 14 areas in total in which our companies are making the business. First of all, it's the border security and surveillance communication systems. It's cyber defense and smart software, electronic warfare and counter-UAS systems. It's military medicine. It's MRO business by and large, but it also personal equipment, protection system, robotics and automatization, shipbuilding, different training equipment, weapon system, sensor technology, and the space technology as the brand new of our lines of business.
thank you very much to Mr. Darmo Raniso. It was an excellent overview of your work. Now let's continue with a deep dive into doing business in Estonia. We have invited here Jukka Viidika. He is the business director at the BAE Systems Hägglunds to talk about more in depth about the possibilities and reality of working with the Estonian defense industry. Hägglunds provides some of the world's most advanced technology-led defense or aerospace and security solutions. So my first question to you, how are you faring in Estonia? Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about your key activities here.
Yeah. BAE Systems Hägglunds is a defense company located in Sweden. And we are providing mainly infantry fighting vehicles, CV90, and all-terrain vehicles, BVS-10s, for example, to our customers. We are here in Estonia, together with our local partner, Milworks, providing support services and support program for Estonian Defence Forces CV90-35 fleet, which they procured as a surplus vehicles from the Netherlands. And then we step in to help Estonian Defence Forces to maintain and to keep their CV90 fleet up and running and keeping the availability level on a high level.
But I'm pretty sure also you work with a lot of different other countries as well. Like if you would just bring it something else as well here, what is so special about like working with Estonian defense industry?
For us, it's more or less like a business as usual. The nature of our business, when we are talking about the support business, that requires a very long-term commitment from us and from our partners. And the key thing is to find a right local partner who are actually performing the maintenance work and all these activities here in Estonia. And that requires, first of all, trust, then a commitment for this long-term partnership.
But especially like Estonia is pretty well known for like being very open to work with private companies as well. Do you feel that it was easy to come here to the market and like also start working with our defense sector, or just like comparing to the other countries, or was it your experience the same that we have also heard from the other?
It has been very easy for us. The cooperation has been excellent with our partner, Milworks, for example, and maybe because we are a Swedish company, the mentality between us and Estonians are more or less the same. So there's no big cultural differences. The companies in here, we see that they're very flexible and very agile. So they can adjust their doings according to the need.
But you're also doing some work in the research and development side. So maybe you can describe this as well, like how does the collaboration in that sector works for you here?
Yeah, and in that, the key partner for us is the Estonian Defence and Aerospace Industry Association. They are key player for us because via them we have a better understanding what the Estonian companies, who they are, what they do, what are their capabilities, and it's a really good way to get insights for the Estonian defense industry.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can also, as we still have some time as well, like to describe a little bit about the relationship between your company and your innovative partners, like for example here.
Yeah, as I said, Estonian Defence and Aerospace Industry Association have a big role in that. They are arranging different events, get-together type of events, where we can see what's happening. And for us, as a vehicle manufacturer, and we are developing our products all the time, what we are doing, we are looking and monitoring the market and Estonian defense companies, what they are doing. And when we see interesting product, for example, Vagvisa, that was and is very interesting product what they have. So then our people take a direct contact with the company and start to look in more details what the product is and what is the, capabilities and maturity level, so to say. We are mainly looking for subsystems, what can be integrated in our vehicles, in our products.
So the other question that I also have for you, like what are the Estonian advantages in the development of the value chain, for example?
The support business requires a local partner and a good local partner. It's a way for us to have a better understanding of the customer, their needs, their requirements, and that is a big positive thing for us to find a right partner, and we have found that here in Estonia. And then what I explained a bit earlier, for the R&D side, we are looking for mainly a bit more mature products which can be integrated in our products. So that requires that Estonian companies, they have to be willing to invest in their own products so that they can prove their products' capabilities to us.
So the last question, and very shortly, how would you encourage investors to plan to invest here in Estonia?
Yeah, Estonia is a very interesting country. Estonia have a very technology and innovative, technology-oriented and innovative defense companies. They are easy to approach, they are easy to work with, and the main thing for me, and as a tip, is if you are planning to come to Estonia, take a contact to Estonian Defence and Aerospace Industry Association.
Well, that's a very great suggestion. I would like to thank you for our wonderful discussion, and I wish you very best luck also for the future working here with our Estonian people as well. So now we have a chance to look at the several companies, like I promised to you before, that are open to collaboration with buyers such as also BAE and of course also investors. And I know that there is many of you currently watching us as well here. So the first company showing us what they have already built here is Census Queue, which is a domain-independent decision-making software delivering foresight and time cost saving in all different kind of environments. So let's have a look.
Although the defense industry has been a leader of technological innovations in the past, it has been slow to adapt to digitalization. Decisions need to be made quickly, but much of the knowledge that is vital for informed and critical decision-making is stored in silos and lost amongst unstructured data. This makes analyzing and extracting valuable insights time-consuming. In high-pressure scenarios, however, we do not have weeks or even days for these analyses to be completed, especially in combat situations and results in delayed or ill-informed decisions. In 2020, I founded Census Queue to help organizations to regain control over their data. Our company develops an intelligence management system that empowers the collection, analysis and sharing of information within and between the organizations. The team of Census Queue is unique in that it brings together experts from the defense domain with a range of software, data and security specialists. Our solution is designed to be easy to use and scalable for organizations of any size. The solution features with the Varen reporting app, which turns every boot on the ground into a sensor that, in addition to other integrated sources, feeds into the intelligence management system. Information heard and seen automatically feeds into the intelligence management software, and our Winning Mind platform helps to find knowledge from your complex data and siloed information in minutes. Events are mapped, connections are formed, decisions are made. Estonia has a reputation of digitalization success, and Census Queue is leading the way in bringing these qualities to the defense industry, working towards sustainably implementing flexible innovation into the sector. To date, we have worked with some of the largest defense companies in the world, as well as NATO armed forces. Our software reduces the workload from data analysts, provides a platform that optimizes and improves the work process for both boots on the ground and commanders facing challenges with effective decision making. All this to support smarter, timely decisions.
Thank you so much, Marco. It's always very interesting to listen to you. Can you please tell us a little bit more about the possible use cases for Census Queue software?
There are many use cases, but mostly the organizations were struggling with data overflow and lack of understanding. Industries like critical infrastructure, compliance and fraud, risk management, and so on and so on.
All right. I know also that Census Queue works with various different like defense organizations around the world. Does it make you the most informed company in the world since you have all the information in a winning mind?
Unfortunately, no. Census Queue does not have or doesn't want any access to end users' information or data. We install the system into their premises and they take the responsibility for the security, connectivity and everything else related to our system.
Thank you very much. It's always very great discussing with you here. From now, we are moving on with Vagvisa, which develops 6-hour-based 360 degrees advanced situation awareness systems for crews of armored vehicles. Joining us virtually now is Ingvar Bernma, who is the CEO and also one of the co-founders at Vagvisa.
Hello, we are Vagvisa. We develop mixed reality-based situational awareness systems. In armored vehicles, you have a problem that you don't have too many windows where you could see outside, which results in a situation that you actually don't know much what happens around the vehicle. There is another problem that you have quite many digital sources of information inside the vehicle, which sometimes might be overwhelming. And you don't know even where exactly to look at to get the information. In Vagvisa, we have tried to solve both of these problems at the same time. By using cameras, we bring a real-world image in front of a user's eyes. And because we use virtual reality headsets, then we can also connect the user to the digital battlefield and display any information which is out there on a battlefield digitally just in front of the eyes. And that's why we call it mixed reality, which as a result will enhance your survivability and superiority on the battlefield. Very crucial technological element in our development has been latency. This is a delay which takes for light photon to get from camera to the headset. In our system, the latency is minimum, meaning that there is no delay. In many cases, the delay is too big, which means that you cannot use these kind of systems because you get the motion sickness right away. We are at minimum viable product phase at this moment, meaning that we are set to get our final product ready this year. By September latest, we hope to demonstrate our system in one of the trade shows. And trade shows definitely is one of the key goals for this year for us. Hope to see you all, as many as possible. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you also, Ingvar, from my side. Now I have a couple of questions also to you. First, what do you see as your biggest achievement so far in product or company's development?
We have developed Vagvisa now for 2 years. There was a long research phase where we really explored what has been done in the world so far. And now we have reached to the prototyping phase, which actually got over last December when we made field tests on actual armored vehicles together with Estonian Defence Forces here in Estonia. What the actual field tests showed to us was that our concept works in real life. And this is really important. About 40 people tested during those tests our system, and nobody of them got any motion sickness, meaning that we have proved our system being reliable for the real life use. And I would say that this actually sets a very important foundation for our further development. And we are really happy that we have got so far, and with quite a short time frame.
I fully agree with you, and this is quite an achievement, I would say. But to add to the first question, what are the development plans for the near future for you? Will you be using the feedback from the Estonian Defence Forces that you have been working with?
Yes, absolutely. The feedback what we have got from Defence Forces is really, really valuable because we designed the system for them. And now this year, we will focus heavily on implementing those lessons learned and feedback what we got from the Defence Forces in our system. And I guess the actual product will solve any other issues which raised during the tests. So yes, I would say that getting the final product ready for in this year, in September probably, is one of the crucial goals for this year. And another goal is to be present on as many trade shows as possible. And we will take part of at least 5 global trade shows. And in different parts of the world, we hope to see as many potential customers as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ingvar, also from my side. We're now going to listen to the presentation by a company called Tractip, and the presentation is going to be done by Andi Viikma.
Hello, my name is Andi Viikma. I'm from software company Tractip. In 2030, there will be at least 100 drone flights in every single day in Europe. And 20 years from that, there will be 10 times more drone flying in the air than number of airplanes operating today. Around 7.5 million drones will fly over European city. It means there will be more than 100,000 tons of drones in the air. The main challenge will be the traffic control and avoiding collision between drones, airplanes and people. Building infrastructure and managing a city dome is an essential part of our business model. We offer area-based subscription to customers, logistic and security companies, airports, seaports, local authorities, government agencies and private sector. Tractip's drone traffic surveillance and management system is particularly designed to monitor and control drone traffic to increase overall safety. Spending on software for drone management and the data analysis is forecast for growth for 19 million in 2022 to 1.5 billion in 2037, Europe only. The right time to enter this market is now. The growth in next 15 years will be approximately 1,700%, and the first service provider take the biggest market share. We are looking for investment of 1.2 million euros to reach our 3 main goals in next 1.5 years. Build up the pilot city dome in Tallinn, include the infrastructure, scale up software, build up the sales and marketing team to reach international customers. After this round, we are ready to build city domes over any large cities in the world.
Thank you, Tractip, for such an interesting also presentation from your side. I have some questions also to you. Please explain, what do you actually mean about the term city dome?
City dome is actually our concept of European use space drone air traffic management. And city dome is there is a 3 part of the city dome. First part is a drone detection sensors that have to cover the whole cities. And then the two other parts are the software. One part is monitoring to detect drones, to detect and check are the drones have pilot license, flying license, are the drones are registered. The other part is a drone monitoring system. It means that it gives to drone drone flight corridors. It means that the drone do not collapse together.
Thank you very much, and also good luck for Tractdeep for the future. Now I would suggest that we're taking a little break from the company's presentations. There are many products and of course also companies that have already shown their capabilities on the field. And without the question, one of them is Milrem Robotics, the market leader in robotics in Europe, as their Themis is the most sold vehicle in its size category. As we have Milrem's Science and Development Director, Mr. Raul Rick here, I would like to ask some questions also from you, as you're already with me here. So what is the secret of your success?
It's a good question, and I think that there are two main reasons for that. First, we have a strong vision, we have a forward-looking leadership and a great team. And we believe that dangerous and dirty jobs should be left to autonomous robotic systems so that humans can concentrate more on meaningful jobs. And second, since the vision was created more than 10 years ago, we were one of the first in the market that was just starting to emerge. And now we have a lot of experience that gives us a good competitive advantage.
And the other question that I also have prepared for you, what would you say to investors that are looking towards Estonia and our startup companies? Why should they work with us here?
Yes, in Estonia we have several well-known success stories in the IT sector, like Skype and Bolt and Wise and many others. But we also have many innovative companies in the field of defense industry. And since we are located in the neighborhood of Russia, we have paid a lot of attention to how to improve defense capabilities. And if you look at the bigger picture, we can clearly see that during the last year, the European security situation has deteriorated, which forces countries to increase their defense spending in the next years. So obviously, defense technologies are becoming more and more important than before.
I fully agree with you, and thank you for your answers. And I, again, wish you the best of luck in Milrem and try to do as good work as you have already done before. So let's continue now with the company presentations. I'm happy to welcome Varen, who provides data exchange resilient bandwidth, limitations and communication disruption. So let's listen to their presentation.
Greetings. I'm Henry, CEO and co-founder of Varen, where our mission is to enable full battlefield digitalization. Me and my co-founders designed and developed the Estonian command and control system, meaning that we have first-hand knowledge how digital systems increase operational efficiency. However, in the armed forces, digitalization programs are still limited to elite units due to the need for specialized equipment. We have developed a communication platform for enabling secure and reliable connectivity for every soldier and asset on the battlefield. We have achieved this due to the fact that the backbone of our technology is our software suite, which can create a truly scalable network with commercially available equipment such as smartphones and radios. Battlefield digitalization is a fastly growing 40 million euro market with a wide range of applications such as intelligence gathering with drones, sensors, and situation awareness such as sharing soldiers' locations and reporting. For example, we have fielded our system with the Estonian Defence Forces digital fires solution. The system allows units to, in a couple of minutes, share, approve, and execute their fire missions. Of course, our technology has civilian applications, such as in the maritime sector, in the energy sector, and in personal use, for where critical communication is needed and more traditional methods, such as cellular networks, are not available. Thank you for listening to my brief introduction. You can find my contacts on our webpage, and I would be happy to continue discussion.
Thank you so much, Henry, for your introduction of your solution and your company. You were talking about the military use cases, but I would actually like to ask if you could just bring it out some of the civilian use cases of your solutions.
Yeah, sure. One example that I think is most relevant is the mining sector. As in the mines, you have a need to provide security and for all of your personnel, track where your equipment are, where the personnel are. However, there is no civilian networks available. There's no cellular connectivity. So there, in that use case, we can really have an impact.
Mm-hmm. And the second question that I also have for you, what is the main competitive advantage of your solution?
The main advantage of our solution is the fact that we have solved the connectivity problem mainly in software, meaning that we can use a wide range of equipment, even equipment that is already in use in the armed forces. This means that we can roll out digitalization gradually and also incorporate into existing systems or even incorporate into other vendor systems.
Thank you so much, Henry. We are now heading to our fifth company, Testic Intel, who provides automated surveillance systems.
I am Jan Stam, co-founder and CEO of Testic Intel Solutions. We are laser focused to automate surveillance for freedom defenders. War is in Europe. Countries must protect their borders and independence. Russia is attacking Ukraine. Illegal migrants from Africa and Middle East crisis sneaking into EU. Countries must act now. Testic Intel provides mobile autonomous surveillance platforms which enable countries to protect their borders and different military perimeters, with less labor and rapid implementation according to the changing threat situation. Our main product, SurveySpire, is the only solution in the world where AI-assisted remote long-range surveillance and automated drone flight missions are integrated into the one towable platform powered by green energy. It is patent-pending technology with novel capabilities. Our team has more than 15 years of experience in defense industry, and our company current team has talented engineers from AI, mechanicals, software, hardware, and supply. EU and NATO members increasing their defense budgets with billions of euros, and world entering a new type of Cold War with more new requirements and demand for innovative defense solutions. We sell our products into big government programs and provide long-term lease to the government with annual software licenses and lifecycle fees. Our solution is demonstrated successfully to European Union different border forces and has been installed already in 4 countries and has unique combat-proven track record. We are fast-growing, profitable, and cash flow positive. We are looking for strategic industry partners and financial investors to scale up the production to support the demand globally. If you want to participate to contribute to the security of Europe and ready to invest millions of euros to defense, then let's talk about it. We automate surveillance for freedom defenders. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this, Jaanus. It's very great to listen to your presentation and what your company is doing. What do you think if we dive a little bit deeper? So I have some questions to you, if you may answer them. Who are your competitors?
We currently actually don't have any direct competitors globally, but of course surveillance has been long time in the budgets of different end users and countries around the world. So our AI-assisted surveillance capabilities are very new in the world, and that's why we believe that we will be successful.
I was just about to ask you, what makes you successful in a word, I know, but you already nailed that question. So I would like to say a very big thank you for you, and I wish the very best luck for your company. It is time now to take a little break from all the presentations, and we are going to hear now about the NATO Center of Excellence in Tallinn, which we are, of course, very, very proud to have such an important center based here. And their mission is to support our member nations and NATO with a unique expertise in the field of cyber defense, both in research, training, and exercises covering the focus areas of technology, strategy, operations, and of course also we can't forget about the law. The center's vision is to foster the cooperation of like-minded nations, bringing together NATO allies and partners beyond the allies as well. So let's invite now here the director of the NATO's Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence, Dr. Mart Norma.
The NATO Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence brings together 39 like-minded nations from NATO and friends. Our purpose is to support our nations to be able to face cyber threats together as a coalition. Over our 15 years of operation, the importance of cyber defense is continuously increasing and will continue the same way over the coming years. Cyber is one of the 5 warfighting domains for NATO. NATO and nations are currently aiming for multi-domain operations capability, which means synergy of operation between tanks, airplanes, ships, robots, and hackers. In the cyber domain, industry plays a defining role as the assets in the cyberspace are not only developed, but also mostly owned and controlled by industry. Therefore, from investment point of view, there are some interesting opportunities emerging. Firstly, new solutions that increase situational awareness and command capability. Secondly, sensor systems that provide additional data inputs for decision making. Thirdly, AI-supported cyber defense tools. Fourthly, enhanced connectivity with dual-use applications. I wish you all good luck in finding something profitable, but something that also helps to make the world a safer place for all of us. Thank you.
It is definitely a massive honor to have the center based here in Tallinn, Estonia. So I want to say thank you, Mart, for your insights of the center. And after having been working in the cybersecurity sector for a while now, I can see that they really are the game changers when it comes to shaping international collaboration in cyberspace and of course also international law in cyberspace. NATO CCDCOE also has different kind of flagship events, and one of them is called Lock Shields, which is, by the way, the world's largest live fire exercise and have participants from all over the NATO countries and of course also beyond. So let's have a look of their last year exercise video. I was also part of this exercise, and I can tell you that it was very, very exciting event to participate. So let's have a look.
The world as we know it is under attack. You must defend yourself or risk losing it all. Cyber is here to stay.
With more than 2,000 participants and over 5,500 lifelike systems under constant attack, Locked Shields is the world's largest and most complex live fire exercise.
Our primary goal is to give our primary training audiences the experience what it's like to act when their country is under cyber attack.
It takes place in the home of NATO Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence, located in Tallinn, the capital of Estonia, a country with a population less than half of that of Berlin. What makes it the single most complex cyber defense exercise out there? Simple.
We build an artificial country that we've called Borrelia,
where 24 blue teams from 32 countries all over the world compete to defend their nation from highly diverse cyber attacks.
Lock Shields refers to ancient close battle formations where you actually use your shield not only to protect yourself, but the soldier next to you.
The 400 members of the organizing green, yellow and white teams spent around 100,000 man-hours to prep the exercise, with more than 8,000 live fire attacks conducted by the opposing red team.
Good morning, blue teams. I have just one thing to say to you. Good luck.
The game world is closely based on the real world, with problems which are all too real. Banking, power and water grids, satellites, air defense and communication networks, and worst of all, users. Users who need to have access to the systems, yet whose actions can make life a living hell for the defenders. Adding further realism and tension, the teams must grapple with active information and media war, as well as legal challenges. The attacks are designed based on real events from the past years, drawing on the know-how and expertise of the tech and defense industry and various startups. Locked Shields is a two-day training event where teams are pushed to the edge of their abilities to fend off attacks against vital national infrastructure.
Be part of Locked Shields. We're glad to train you.
Yes, as I told you before, this is the largest and most complex exercise happening here, right in Estonia, every single year, and also this year in April. But now, let's jump back to the companies, and we have still a couple of companies to introduce to you. And here is Marduk, who has developed an alternative mid-range UAV detection, tracking, and high precision targeting system. Let's have a look.
My name is Leetro Lember, and I'm the CEO of Marduk Technologies, an Estonian technology company that specializes in the development of advanced drone detection solutions. Our team, which is currently made up around 10 people, has extensive experience in AI, robotics, mechanics, and defense sector. As the use of drones continues to increase in various areas such as military, civilian, industrial operations, the need for effective counter-drone measure has become more vital than ever. Drones have been playing a big role in the war in Ukraine and other similar conflicts, highlighting the need for the sophisticated drone detection and mitigation solutions. That's where the Marduk Shark comes in, our flagship product that is capable of passively detecting small 30 centimeters drones from distance up to 3 kilometers, larger drones even greater distances. You may ask how the system is actually working. It's an electro-optical solution. That means we are using a high resolution cameras that detect and classify flying objects. Once the object is classified as the threat, the system will automatically continue to target it if needed. One of the key advantages of Marduk Shark is it uses a passive detection method, which means that it can detect drones without emitting any signals that could be detected by outside observers. Additionally, the system can be integrated with various sensors and effectors such as radars, RF sensors, jammer guns, etc., making it highly customizable and versatile solution. Marduk Technologies was founded in 2017. And since then, we have been actively participating in various European R&D programs, such as European Defence Fund and others. We are continuously working, improving our product, expanding its capabilities, and we are currently looking for investment between 500,000 to 1 million. With your support, we believe that we can take the company to the next level and continue to provide our clients with the best possible drone detection solutions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Rauno. Should we elaborate a little bit more? I have a question for you.
Yep.
So how does Marduk's typical setup look like? Is it the stationary system or?
So yeah, basically the system has designed to be stationary, but according to the needs from the end user, we have designed or redesigned the system to be mobile again. So the same system can be attached to armored vehicles.
Okay. I have said many times already today, we have investors looking at these videos and presentations for companies. They might have a question that I might ask myself. What are you planning to do with the investments?
So basically, we are planning to kind of hire extra salespersons to generate more revenue from the sales, what we are doing. And because we already have the product and everything is kind of working there, so we are just trying to hire more BizDev people and also fund some of the research projects that we have agreements already.
Okay, thank you very much, Rauno. Your answers and of course also presentations explained very well what your company is dealing with, and from my side, best of luck also for the future. And now we are moving on for the last but definitely not the least company, Cheesecan, who introduces Moonflux scanners. So let's hear more from Andy Hector personally.
Do you know any technology there is available to see through heavy concrete walls or steel structures? Today, there are no technology available for that. Our company, Cheesecan, will introduce this technology. I'm Andy, co-founder and co-CEO of Cheesecan. Cheesecan makes new generation security and inspection scanners. These scanners are safe, automatic, and able to scan really large objects like bridges, like building constructions, and very heavy machinery. Our scanners apply particles called muons from natural radiation already existing around us. In my former life, I was a particle physicist. I was studying and building huge and very exciting particle detectors. For example, at CERN in Switzerland and Cambridge University in the UK. 5 years ago, we got a wonderful idea to use similar technology to build new type of security scanner. Using muon flux, we are able to scan very large objects like bridges, like large constructions, very heavy machinery and vehicles. Muons carry much more energy than old school X-rays. It allows the building of security scanners that recognize explosives, other illegal or dangerous materials fully automatically. Cheesecan is a young company. We completed our first robotic production line in December last year. On the other hand, we have secured and started our first business project. I'd give some examples. In 2021, we started large R&D project to build security and custom scanner for sea containers and trucks. It is financed by the European Union and has to be ready in 2024.
Thank you, Andy. And I'm pretty convinced that there is a lot of people and investors that are interested. And I also have a question to you. So why Cheesecan technology appear just now?
There are three main reasons. One reason is machine learning. This technology appeared 10 years ago and it's developing very quickly. Another reason is so-called plastic scintillating technology, and it's also developing very fast. And the third component of technology is so-called silicon photomultipliers, and also they are available now. Combining all these three technologies, we can build our scanners.
And the last question, what are the first commercial projects of the company?
The first project is fully commercial project, is to scan 2 military nuclear reactors. The owner of reactors, they would like to understand what is going on inside. And currently there are no other technology available to do this, only our company can provide the solution.
Great, thank you once again, Andy, and also the whole Cheesecan team that is behind of all these solutions. Are you already inspired enough? Because you can see from my face, I clearly am. After having seen all these 7 companies from the Estonian defense and security industry innovation cluster, I can tell you, it's just the beginning. I hope that after having seen these presentations, you are even more eager to look into this Estonian defense field much, much deeper, as we have a long list of activities and companies to impress you with. To wrap up the Defence59 session today, let me throw up in the air also 2 opportunities. First thing, make sure to sign up for the extra details. I'm sure that no one of you wouldn't want to miss that, because only by signing up on time, you are going to have a chance to get an access to a longer list of Estonian defense sector companies with their business details. I can tell you it's really worth a click. And before you go yet, only those who sign up also have a chance to receive an invitation to an in-person event in Tallinn here in Estonia. You might be asking what kind of event I'm talking about. This is one of the extraordinary events which is happening here on site. It provides you opportunity to network and discover also opportunities in Estonian defense sector. And all these people who have signed up on time are the first one to receive this invitation. So I really recommend you to try your luck and maybe pop up and visit here us in Tallinn. Sounds fantastic, huh? And now it seems just the perfect time and moment to pull the ends together and leave you with one inspiring accord. Innovation is seeing what everybody has seen, but thinking what nobody else has thought. With that being said, see you in the other visions made reality, and take good care. Bye. Thank you.